Industry Insider is only available at Promo Corner, the leader in digital marketing for the promotional products industry. Each Monday, they discuss, dissect, and debate a single issue impacting the world of promotional marketing from every industry perspective. Now, it's time for Promo Corner's Industry Insider.
Welcome to another edition of the Industry Insider, your promotional products podcast where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. My name is Jeff Franklin, the National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA, and I'm joined today by three other lovely folks. But before we get to them, I got to tell you this awesome broadcast you're about to hear is from our good friends, or brought to you by our good friends over at TechWeld USA. Look, USA made in a world filled with worry regarding overseas products. They offer many USA made products to help separate themselves from the promotional products pack. They like to, really work with custom packaging. At TechWeld, they like to create new every day, and their custom packaging division is a complete and utter a great example of that. And each box takes on a life of its own, and they can basically work to meet your custom specifications regarding custom packaging. And, you should really check them out for some sunglasses as well. They're, it's not too late. They were the winners of the Distributor Choice Awards for the sunglass category, and they've got a lot of FDA approved or they are FDA approved on many of their SKUs, and they offer UVA and UVB protection. And when I say it's not too late, I mean, hey, there's still some daylight out there. We haven't hit daylight savings. We're not into winter yet. There's still some good days ahead. All right. So go be sure to check them out at techweld.com. That's TEKWELD.com. You won't be sorry that you did. Why don't we say hi to our good friend, Meg Erbert. Meg Erbert with Sns Activewear. How are you?
Okay.
You're okay.
I had a rough weekend. Yeah, I was just telling Steven I was down in Raleigh this past weekend. I had to drop my daughter off at college, and I know what people are okay when they do that. I'm not. I think it's hard. I was a single mom. I raised her up on my own. I coached her entire life, and having to let go of like that and close that air, it's like, I don't think I've ever felt a pain in my heart like I did.
I mean, this isn't your first
last time.
It's not your first one in college, is it?
No, it's just hard. It's just really hard. That's all.
So does it get harder, or is it just different with each kid?
I think it's different. This one I coached her entire life, and now I don't know. It's just, I don't know. My heart hurts. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I was the last one to leave home. My mom was like devastated when I was the baby. So I was, it's like the last one's out of the house. She didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Kaylee was the baby for a while too. I think that's why. And I think it was just like, strip it right
out. Stephen McFadden, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a, sorry, I'm not sad. I got to play in a celebrity golf tournament the other day. So that was a lot of fun.
Any famous people?
Yeah, actually. So we played with Gerald Henderson from Duke. He was on our team. And then Jonathan Stewart from the Panthers was in front of us, and Mike Tolbert and Steve Smith were behind us. It was a good outing. It was a lot of fun.
Does Steve Smith know that he was on my fantasy football team for like ever, even though he was
I don't know that he knows that you, Meg Erber, were picking him. I was trash talking some players, so it was pretty funny. So
Meg, I almost bought you a shirt the other day, and I was going to send it to you, and it was just going to be a surprise when you got it, but I decided not to. But I might still do it.
You can't talk about it if you didn't do it. That's kind of
no, you can talk about it. Hey, you build up the what do you call that? The
suspense.
The suspense. Thank you. Sorry, can't think very well right now. Like we just talked about a little bit before we launched, just now having my first sips of coffee. So, yeah.
Meg, you'll appreciate this. You'll appreciate this, Meg. So, Jonathan Stewart, who was in the group in front of us, we pulled up, and a lot of the guys in our team were Panthers fans, and they were like, "Hey, Jay Stu, we appreciate you scoring one touchdown in Super Bowl 50." And me being a Broncos fan was like, "Hey, Jay Stu, yeah, I appreciate you guys only scoring one touchdown in Super Bowl 50."
Oh.
And he thought it was pretty fun. They were all real good sports. It was a good event. So
I'll have fun.
Did you think it was funny, or did he just give you that nervous laugh? Like, I really just want you to show.
No. He started pushing me a little bit. So it was all good fun. I was like, don't hurt me, man.
That's awesome. Well, we're joined today by a very special guest, Josh Popsicle, as we'll call him. I know that's the nickname, but no, it's Josh Pospisil with Hirsch Gifts, the key account manager with Hirsch. And so just really excited to have you on. But Josh, it's customary for us to go around and have our special guest give us a good 3 to 4 minute introduction of yourself. Sort of how you got involved in the promotional products industry is always a really cool sort of avenue to go down. And then maybe what you've been up to since.
Yeah, I mean, how I don't we just all fall into this industry? I don't think you just like when you are going through college and all that, that's usually not like one of the things I'm going to do promo. That's it. No, I come from a web design and graphic design background. That's what I went to school for. And then fell into digital marketing and worked for Academy Sports and Outdoors. Did that for 2.5 years, put in my time, realized corporate world is not my thing. I'm way too loud and in your face to be corporate and structured. And so did my time and realized it was time to leave. And I answered a Craigslist ad when Craigslist was a thing before it got too sketchy. I mean, it was a little sketchy back then. And then went in and interviewed for the marketing associate position at KTI. And then I was there for almost 7 years, and then really kind of built everything through there, turned into the marketing manager, morphed that into marketing and sales. And then I found my love for really kind of like, I did my first Vegas show, balls to the wall, full force, first Vegas show. And I did not think at that time I could go until 5 a.m. and then be on a trade show floor at 9 a.m. and still be able to function, but somehow it happens, and it's happened every year since. But I loved being out there so much and just visiting all the shows. So then I just wanted to take it all in and do all that. So started volunteering this year. I'm president of the HPPA board. I'm now on the rack board. I'm part of Promo Kitchen. So I went all in to get as much as I could. I wanted to learn because I absolutely fell in love with this industry. I used to be just give me my check. I want to go home. I want to have a life at home. And now like, this is what I live and breathe. I still have my family life, but they are also part of it. Like they love it. My kids are like, if I do some like little TikTok, they're right there. My daughter's like, no, you should, no, don't do that. No, you need to do this, or you need to do this. Or like, I'll be taking a selfie with the product and she goes, no, you can't see that. And I'm like, you're 10, you're not supposed to be telling me what to do. So it's just kind of like everybody's involved. And, you know, I was recording a video one day and something went, oh no. And then they're so involved. They go, oh no, you know, cause it's the thing on TikTok. So, you know, and then like Hirsch Gift, they're in my hometown. So I've known them, and I met Peter when I first started volunteering at HPPA, and he's been absolutely fantastic. Even from like another like supplier company to me to be able to do that was great. So when the opportunity came about, it was a no-brainer to come here. And I definitely started here in June, and I have loved every single second of it, and I can't imagine anything else. I'm so ready to be out there at all of these shows to represent Hirsch and just see everybody again. Like ASI Chicago was just like, it was like a mini Vegas. I was so excited to be out there.
Yeah. Well, I'll say one thing. We just recently had a hire in Houston area, South Texas, whatever, and it was someone named Josh. I was like, oh. I messaged him right away and he was like, no, it's not me. I'm like, what? There's no other Joshes in Houston. Sorry, Josh. Sorry. The other Josh.
It's okay. I get text messages like someone's like, hey, Josh, I need to order this. And I'm like, wrong, Josh. This is Josh with Hirsch. You need to message Josh with SNS.
Yeah.
There was a rumor. It was a rumor.
It was. Well, we have the Corys too. So we have Morgan, and she sometimes receives emails for Megan, and she was like, this one's for you.
With Jeff Pickens at Leeds Polycon. Yeah. Get emails from time to time, you know, it happens. So Josh, you said all that, and the only thing that I really took out of that was that Craigslist is now sketchy. I
mean, is it even around? Is it still a thing?
It is still a thing, and that's so that takes me to my question: is that what is like the new Craigslist? What do people use for classifieds? Like, is there a replacement?
Marketplace, probably.
Yeah,
Marketplace is such garbage, though.
It's safer though.
What was Craigslist?
Wasn't most of what was on Craigslist garbage anyway?
Craigslist was actually searchable though. You could actually go into it. Like, I don't know, Facebook Marketplace just isn't quite as good as
OfferUp's not bad.
I just
Yeah.
tried a pocketbook that I bought that nobody else wants either, apparently. So
There's so many
Nobody
different
wants-
apps now that you can resell stuff. It's insane. But I've done stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool.
All right, man. Well, we're happy to have you on. We've got a really cool topic today. We're going to talk about, first of all, we've already got comments in the comment section talking about and commenting on our pink attire. So why don't we go into that first? Because we are going to talk today about on Wednesdays we wear pink. That's like the Josh Pospisil thing to do, right? So why don't you talk about what that's all about and how that started?
Yeah, first off, I was super excited to see everybody in pink. I knew Meg was gonna wear pink. She gave me a hint first, but I wasn't prepared for y'all to. So that's just icing on the cake. But it really started out as just kind of like a joke. I mean, I love Mean Girls. Like I've watched it several times when it came out at the movies and back when we were able to go. And like I have these two guys that I messaged with almost every single day, multiple times a day. And it was like, they also, like, one of them had not seen the movie. So it just kind of like, we started this like thing about on Wednesdays we wear pink, just kind of like as a joke to mess with him. And we always said he was the Karen of the group, because he just had that, he was we called him the ditzy one of the group, not the mean Karen, just the crazy the ditzy Karen. And so then he kind of got in on it, got him to watch it. So we were just sending, it was every Wednesday, sending something back and forth, whatever crazy pink we were wearing. And then, I was like, I'm just going to post about it randomly. Like the pandemic had happened and there was so much negativity, like everything, like it was bananas. And so I was like, I'm just going to post about it just to be different. And for one, you do try and set yourself apart, like in the sea of all of us on social, it's hard to set yourself apart. And like, what can you do? So I just kind of was like, I'm just going to post about it on Wednesday, make it a thing, just kind of like as a fun joke in the beginning, just to basically garner attention and just, I'm bright and in your face anyway. So I was like, why not? But then because everything so much there, it was bad news all left and right. You're seeing stuff in like the promo groups and just on news in general. Everybody was just having such a tough time that I was like, I just started tagging on, like something clicked. Maybe I could turn this into something else and it not just be like fun and jokey, but maybe it's about being bright and spreading love and kindness. And so I wanted to start tacking that on just to try and change the tone of it a little bit, because my thought was, yeah, we're all out here we're trying to sell products and be out there. But if one day a week, someone's just like, hey, just smile, remind someone that they're doing a great job, or just give them a high five or a fist bump or whatever, and it makes someone smile, then, or if someone sends me a message and they're like, we love your Pink Wednesdays, it really makes us smile, then like, that amps me up, and I just want other people to do that too. So now it's kind of turned into like, I want to be bright and funny, but I also like, I want to remind people, just smile at someone. It's okay if you're having a bad day, smile, because the other person could also be having a bad day and your smile could totally change that just split second moment for them and be like, okay, things maybe aren't so bad.
I love that.
Fist bump Friday seems like low.
No, go ahead, Stephen.
I said fist bump Friday sounds like low hanging fruit right now. I think that would be.
And Wednesdays, it's like
if we were allowed to actually see people to do a fist bump with, that might actually be a thing, Stephen. You're right. I would just put that in the shirt pocket and table that until people can actually see each other.
Put it over here. Wait it.
In your non-pink shirt. I mean,
so have you gotten a lot of traction from that? I mean, what has been the response since you started doing that?
Yeah, it's really kind of like, I would say since about April, May, it really kind of like it picked up steam. And once I did I worked with JGR and Jay, with Promo Kitchen and all of that and FlexPoint to revamp my LinkedIn profile too, because before it was just trash. I had nothing on there. So I kind of like, I wanted to bring that over there too. So it gained more traction over there too. And then I'm getting like text messages about it and everything else. I think really for me, when I realized it was more than just like, I didn't really like, there were comments and stuff, but I didn't really know how many people maybe saw it until it was like St. Patrick's Day. And they were like, St. Patrick's Day is falling on a Wednesday. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's green. Are you going to incorporate this? And it was like not just a couple text messages, like quite a few. And I was like, I've never been stressed about a pink Wednesday until now. Like now I actually have to think about this like the day before. Like I just wake up in the morning and I'm looking for something pink or clothes. Maybe there's a pink stripe in this shirt that I can throw on. And I'm like, well, crap, I don't know. So then this outfit came out. I was like, I have pink, green checkered, pink shirt. Even if it doesn't match, it's going to work for St. Patrick's Day. So then was the turning point when I realized, okay, maybe people are actually paying attention to this. And then just
it makes you human, Josh. It makes you approachable, you know, having that smile on your face. I mean, I know that I hadn't met you, right? And we had just started these promo shows. I was nervous as all hell. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what anything does. I was like, oh, Josh looks nice. I'm his friend. He's my friend. I'm going to jump into his booth and you walked me through it. You didn't know me. I was like, oh, I mean, we've like maybe talked like 1 or 2 times on Facebook, but I'm like, I felt like you were my friend just because I feel like you're just so approachable. I know what you're going to say, Jeff, so shut your mouth. That little smirk.
What am I going to say, Meg?
Something. But anyway, I just feel like
Meg? Let's dive into that. What am I going to say?
I know. But yeah, no, I think it's good. So keep it up, keep smiling. I think it's what people need. I know in last June was really tough. People were writing. It was, you know, no one knew what to do. It was a lot of negativity and it came in at a great time for this industry. We needed it. I needed it personally. So, you know, you helped a bunch of people.
I'm super excited for what our industry is doing with content creators and more people getting into the game and just the variety and the spice, because honestly, like, I think it's really helped a lot of people over the last 18 months because quite frankly, like you're saying, a lot of the crap that's out there is just trash and garbage and negativity. But, you know, there's certain people that have been able to pick up and sort of fill those days, and it gives people something to look forward to. Like I know Nick Latour does the Monday thing. You're doing the Pink Wednesdays. Mark Becker with Summit, he wears a different pair of socks every single day, and he's been doing it for like years. It's crazy.
I do too. I wear a different pair of socks every day.
No, not like a clean pair. I mean like a brand new pair of socks, like dress socks. It's okay. He's not like washing them and then reusing them. It's literally a different pair of socks every day.
That's an expensive hobby.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
so
I know. I feel like I need to step up my pink game.
I know.
Shopping on Amazon the other day, like I need some more outfits.
I got you, Josh.
Yeah, how much pink stuff do you actually have in your closet now that you've been doing this a while? Like, are you reusing stuff a lot, or?
I mean, I have to. I have to. You know, I got to put myself on a budget sometimes. But I would say a good half of my closet is pink. You know, I gotta keep it up. And I mean, I do love the color anyway. So it's just, you know, completely amped up now. Even like my daughter and my daughter's always been like pink sparkly rainbows, unicorns, and all that stuff. So now she also makes it a point to wear like she's back in school now. Every Wednesday she's got something pink on, and my son's even stepped up his game. He's more of like a red, gray, black, but he picked out, like when we were school clothes shopping, like some pink tie-dye stuff and
that's
all
awesome.
of that. So
that's cool. Yeah, I might have to get you a pink hat or something so you can, you know, sport that like Steven.
Y'all don't want me in a hat.
Yeah,
I'll put it on, but it really does, like the shape of my head does not go well with a hat.
Should I show the hat you sent me, Jeff?
You shave the head. You need the sun protection. Like skin cancer is real. Let me be a lifesaver, Josh. I need to send you a hat, man.
Let him save your life, Josh. It'll make him feel better.
Save my life. And then when I show you the picture of it on, you're gonna be like, no, take it off. Just put some sunscreen up there.
We might actually just need you to be the new model for Headwear. I don't know.
I think Steven has a hat that you
might work, man. You never know. Yeah, Steven, what was that? What were you just holding up there?
I don't know that we're ready for
day
this.
Now.
It's a flamingo hat.
Oh my God, we had an outfit change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is a fashion show now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is. This is Fiona.
You know, before I saw the head of the flamingo, when you first put that on, I actually thought it was an elephant.
Oh, yeah.
Pink elephant. You've got the little flaps on the ears.
Oh my God.
So, all right. Well, this has gone off the rails.
Gosh, so what the topic was, we were actually going to talk about, you know, retail and how that fits into promo. But I'm like, do you have a lot of retail pink shirts? Like, does that fit into this or what? Try to segue into the real
Segue.
topic.
Yeah, no, I
Do
mean,
that.
my pink retail stuff is like, limited, like this is a Gildan today and
Oh, I
things
gotta
like
get
that.
you some nice stuff over there. That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
hey, I'll throw on some Sns Activewear. I ain't got no shame in my game. I'll wear it.
Hey man, since we're talking retail brands, I know they've got some nice Adidas stuff she could probably send you even, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll see if I have the A130 in pink anymore. I don't know if that comes.
Well,
Yeah.
I think this is a big, huge topic, but it's definitely something I've noticed from the distributor side that the demand for retail brands has gone up, but also the number of retail brands available in our industry has spiked too. And it's interesting because if you define like, all right, what's a retail brand? Does it just have to be sold like outside of our industry, or does it just need to have a presence that it's a retail brand? It's kind of yes to both, but we're seeing brands that we've never heard of that we're now including as retail brands because heck, they're sold at retail. So, but the demand for it has just gone up, and the affordability of some of them too have been great. So, when you compare apples to oranges or apples to apples or whatever, if you're comparing a non-retail brand to a retail brand, but they're the same cost, it's like, why not? Have you guys from the supplier side, have you seen just a crazy demand for it like we have from our customers?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the strange thing. So even before I moved here, when I was at KTI, we were getting more and more requests coming in for retail. Like, well, are you partnered with them? Could you? And
Right.
from a company that had never done it before, you look into those processes and it's super intimidating, right? Because there's so much paperwork. You have to be certified on all these different things, in terms of printing, especially on electronic piece, right? You've got to be certified or else you're going to void warranties for these people. And you don't want to do that, especially like when we're talking, like even with Apple, when people want Apple, it's great. But if you're not certified to print on them, then you're voiding the warranty for these people. And like, if you're doing Apple watches or whatnot, and then something happens, you don't want to screw them out of anything. So, even then I would say, if someone asked me for like JBL or whatever, I'm like, here, reach out to Hirsch. They have you covered. But then when I moved over to Hirsch and actually saw all of the retail brands that they carry, and then it was just like, it exploded, like I see it on social media so much more, people just wanting retail. And even with like, people are talking about smaller budgets and dealing with a lot less from the pandemic, but they're putting more value into their employees and they're buying them what they're buying in stores already.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I got to do an education session a couple of weeks ago at a convention about retail, like being in incentive programs. And it's the truth. Like, these people we're out buying JBL or, Targus bags, Brewmate, Arctic, all of them. So why not go ahead and print it on there and give it to someone? Because I think that's what you want. You want your promo products to live on and become part of someone's everyday life. And with something like a JBL or an Arctic or Brewmate or, it will become someone's, even if they leave that job, that product is still going to be used all the time. So your logo is going to be out there, even if someone decides to leave that company. But if you're giving them these products, they're higher value products, or even perceived higher value, they're going to stick around longer because they're going to feel a lot more appreciated.
I think back to Stephen's question, or I guess the statements that he was making about, does it have to be, just sold outside of the industry in order for it to be considered retail or not? And I think there's a super, like, really good, profitable and happy medium that's basically retail quality rather than just necessarily a retail brand, because price is still king in this industry. So to give people something that's of value and something that's going to get held onto, but not necessarily breaking the bank, I think is huge. And it sort of lends itself a lot to sustainability and not filling in the brand fill, like Meg talks about a lot. We want to make sure that we're offering good, valuable products to our customers, as opposed to just, need I say junk or tchotchkes or
and I agree 100%. I mean, the only exception seems to still be when people want them dang Yetis. You know, so I'm like, I've got 50 pieces that are equal or better quality, but you just want that dang name on it. So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some of
yeah,
that.
no, look,
top-
we get the Y word order, people asking and all of that. And, you know, we're lucky enough to have like Arctic and even
Arctic and
line that. So Arctic is an easier move because people know that brand too.
Exactly. Hey, one relevant question related to retail brands, especially since supply chain's been, you know, kind of at the front. We've noticed, and maybe you can shed some light, that a lot of retail brands have retail contracts for different stores and stuff. So when the inventory finally does come in, they're obligated to offset a lot of that inventory to the stores first before it enters promo. Are you guys seeing that in some of the retail brands you have, or is that not the case?
Our purchasing department is, I mean, the way they handle the contracts with them to make sure that we're not left behind is, I can't even imagine. Like, there's no way I could do it. Just let me sell a product. Don't ask me. Like, but they, day in and day out, they are on the phone and everything else. And even I, like, some of the stuff that we have access to that maybe we don't carry, but we can get from them still, like with Brewmate specifically, I can I'll email them and I'm like, hey, someone wants this like glitter mermaid Brewmate trio thing. And they're like, okay. And then like within 5 minutes, she's like, oh yeah, we can do that. Like, they just have such inside contact. And especially like with our great relationship with JBL, I mean, we're right up there in terms of like, if we're talking the retail partners, Best Buy, Amazon, and Target, we're in that top 4 with them. So, you know, like we get like the Clip 4, their brand new one, we got day and date release just like everybody else did.
I think that right there sort of talks to the power of promo.
Yeah,
It does.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And I know with Adidas, you know, it's always been an iconic sports brand. So it's been an easy sell, you know, and then now they've made such a big push on sustainability, which is so important to people, especially in this industry, because in this industry, you know, when you put a brand, your own brand, personal logo on something, it almost has a shelf life, right? So this past year, we've been trying to teach our customers, you know, spend a little bit more money up front, because the day of throwing a bunch of shit at the wall to see if it sticks doesn't fly anymore, because it usually doesn't. Either ends up in a drawer or ends up in a landfill somewhere. So if you're putting a little bit more money into something that has the retail quality or the retail name, the chances are that the end user is going to hold on to a little bit longer. And they like to align themselves with those brands, the stories that those brands stand for, or the story that they tell. That's an awesome thing to have. Like, if you're wearing an Adidas shirt, for perfect example, I was in the airport this past weekend and the guy had an Oakley bag and we were chatting it up. And I was like, you know, side note, that bag kind of came from my company.
I had that same thing happen. I had that same thing happen. I was walking around. It's crazy. Like, it was so cool to see. Like, I was walking around. So after I did the convention, I had a mini 3-day vacation at Universal Studios, right? And so I was walking around with my partner and there was a lady in front of us with one of the Targus bags that I remember. And I saw this university symbol on the back and I told him, I was like, look, we did that. That's us. That's us. That's what I'm talking about. You want to see it everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was working for a distributor, one of the hat orders we did was for like one of the really large bar restaurant venues in Ocean City, Maryland. And I remember, you know, because where I lived, it's like 4 hours from there. And so I remember actually seeing somebody out in public wearing one of the hats that was an order that I did for that particular company. It was pretty awesome. So
that is awesome. It's always like, it's really neat to do that. But it all goes back to these brands or these retail brands. And I think it's important to have them and to be able to show the value of them. And it's a longer shelf life. Your customers are happy. Yeah.
Well, and you mentioned something like it was a 1-word mention and then we moved on from it, but you talked about sustainable too. And I think that's also because sustainable stuff, or like people were talking eco-friendly, sustainable, prior to the pandemic. And then the pandemic kind of shifted everything, but we're like, I know we are like, I'm starting to see it. It's coming back and people want all of these different stories. Is like, so like these brands are coming up and finding ways to make these products more sustainable to help save the planet and all of that. Cause I know we've done the same thing. We have a new brand that we just brought in maybe 2 weeks ago that it's cell phone accessories and all of their products are made from 80% of recycled materials, like even their power banks. So it's like,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, Meg, I know we're running short on time, and you wanted to hit on something that Hirsch is doing with the hurricane.
Oh yeah, I saw it on Facebook, and I told Josh, let's talk about it. We got to get this out to everybody because, you know, our friends in the South are hurting right now. They were just hit by Hurricane Ida. I'm going to let Josh take us over, and then I have one more thing to add on after this is all done. But go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to pull this up on my phone because it is quite. But yeah, so we knew after. So one, when Houston got hit by Harvey, Hirsch Gift stepped up and really became like a hub for like in the promo industry for people to donate and give back and everything else. So when Ida hit Louisiana, you know, earlier this week, it was an immediate, like we were in the next day, he came into the office and was like, all right, it's time to get this going for Louisiana. They need it. I mean, when they're without power and they're being told not to come back, they need something. So it was a quick all hands on deck. Everybody got together. We typed out a press release and everything else. And I mean, the response to it has been great. So yeah, I mean, one of our warehouses is going to be dedicated to receiving all of this product. You know, when we've got PPAI talking about it, ASI, the local HPPA association is talking about it. It's been blasted just about everywhere. But yeah, I mean, they're in need of t-shirts, power banks, flashlights, bottled water, water bottles, toiletries, adult and children's diapers, feminine hygiene products, any like toys, like games and puzzles, towels, blankets, cleaning products. And then like your over-the-counter medications, your Tylenol, NyQuil, Dayquil, like ibuprofen, things like that, just to help them out. So when they are able to go back home, they have something. We're already receiving shipments from various people, but if you have anything or any questions that you want to send or anything, you can always, we've set up a dedicated email address that everybody can email. It's idarelief@hirschgift.com. And we're doing everything through September 7th, just because of the urgency of everything. It's not a long time frame. So I know that's only a few days away and there's a Labor Day holiday in there, but you know, just as much help as we can get for them would be fantastic.
Kudos to you guys for doing that as well.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And as an industry, I'm sure everyone will try to chip in and help out. We'll also post the links under this video when the video is done. So thank you, Hirsch Gift. Thank you, Josh, for all of that. And on a little bit of a lighter note, someone reached out to Stephen and I yesterday and said, wanted to tell us about this article that just dropped today. I'm going to just show it to you. It is Till Death Do Us Part. The couple.
Till promo do us part. Thank you.
You hang up first episode. Check it out. Go to Promo Journal. It's about our buddy Jeff and his beautiful wife. But check it out. They're adorable. They're showing their ring fingers.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't even know that it went live yet. I know that it was coming, but that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are adorable.
Oh, thanks. All right, fair enough. Do we want to do rapid fire or do we want to just
yeah, Josh, let's do rapid fire. We'll do it.
It's got to actually be rapid fire though, because we're past due, guys. All right.
I don't know about this. Now I'm nervous. I was not nervous until now.
You don't know about this? Josh, I thought you used to always come in on the comments and watch the episodes.
I do, but y'all have been busy a minute.
All
right, well, we'll start with Meg Erber then.
All right. Well, shit. All right. All right.
All right, Steve McFadden.
Favorite color?
Orange. Josh
Green.
is obviously pink. Didn't even need the answer.
Is it pink though? I mean,
no, it really is.
Okay,
for real. Yeah.
Meg?
I would say green is my favorite color. I like green.
Green as well.
Really? You don't hear green that often. So they have two people say green on the same podcast out of four.
I don't know where you are on the screen, but that. Meg. Oh, okay. All right, there we go.
Fist Bump Fridays.
Fist Bump Fridays coming up. Make it a thing.
All right, I'll go next then. We'll save Meg. Okay. What's the most beautiful place you've ever been? Usually we ask, where are you going to go when the pandemic's over? Now I'm just asking, like, what's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Who's
Not
first?
everybody wants. It's not
Yeah,
rapid.
I know. I think the keys are just beautiful. I mean, I'm saying in the US, I'm gonna say Nashville. Nashville's so beautiful.
Tennessee in
I know.
general.
You can't take mine. That's not fair.
I kind of
I
just
love that city so much.
I know. I know.
Probably Venice.
You know what's even more beautiful than Nashville?
What?
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga?
Chattanooga's awesome.
The Nougat?
Chattanooga's awesome.
Is that where Dolly World is? And
This
Pigeon
is the-
Forge?
No, that's Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
Okay.
That's like
I will say though, like I've not like traveled too much outside of the US, so I don't have like I can't say Venice, but I was on a cruise and we stopped in Key West, and that place, oh my god, the water there.
I know. Love it. Keys are my favorite.
I actually,
So
I wanted to change my answer, but it's okay. Go ahead.
I love anywhere in the Caribbean. So been to Grand Cayman, been to Mexico a bunch of times, and I love them all. Anything Caribbean is like for me, but I would have to say the most beautiful place I've been is Hawaii, just because there's so much there. You got the mountains. There's something for everybody. You know, beautiful beaches, incredible mountains, wonderful landscape. Like it's awesome.
Everyone done with that one? I got mine now.
All right, go ahead, Meg. Hurry up.
Where did you meet your significant other?
Well, you just read my story, so you know.
High
I
school.
didn't read it actually. I didn't read it.
Wow, fair enough.
Math class in high school.
Math class in high school. You guys are high school
Aw.
sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there you go. So my wife and I met in Rockville, Maryland.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Met
Josh,
through
Mine was a swipe left, swipe right situation.
I threatened VJ's life on MySpace. I thought he was dating my friend's girlfriend, and I was like, listen, and he was like, I'm not the guy you're looking for, but you do jujitsu. And then the rest is history. So
Was he in your top 5 after that?
You had me.
it
at
was top 8, but yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, Josh, you're on the clock.
All right, let's go cheesy. Give me your favorite music artist.
Ooh.
So many.
You gotta
That's-
pick one. Only
that's-
one.
Well,
I
I'll
don't
go
want
with
two.
Queen today. I'll go with Queen. Just because I'm sporting the Queen.
I cannot give one artist.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Jeff.
Josh is Googling artists.
All right, I'm just gonna go with this is totally not accurate, but Toto. Exactly.
Right.
If it weren't for that song, like what would life be?
I know. What would life be? Weezer would have eventually redid it, but
True.
sorry.
All right. So there's a longer story behind this that I could tell y'all over drinks, maybe in Vegas. We're not gonna get into it on here, but I'm just gonna say I'm a huge Christina Aguilera fan, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay. We'll have to get into that.
Nice.
Steven, hit yours.
It's so like genre specific. I mean, I've listened to everything, but I'm
Just pick one.
feeling some J. Cole at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
that's a good one.
I like to lip sync to J. Cole because I think I'm cool. And I'm like, yeah. All right. Cool. Tight.
All right. Very neat. Very neat. Well, listen, if you guys did enjoy this wonderful broadcast and you'd like to hear about all of our musical flaws, there you go. Just
Gotcha.
like you got to thank the good friends over at TechWeld for bringing this one to you. USA made in a world filled with worry regarding overseas products. They offer many USA made products to help separate themselves from the promotional products pack. Delta variant still out there. Hand sanitizer is still a thing, very much so. And even before, hand sanitizers is still a really great promotional product. It's a great way to help people stay clean. And hand sanitizers due to the coronavirus outbreak is definitely something that's trending worldwide. And the CDC recommends sanitizing and washing hands to help prevent the spread of the disease. And they've got many sanitizer SKUs that'll help prevent or combat the spread of the virus. FDA compliance is also huge, and they've got a lot of FDA compliant products. In a time of uncertainty, knowledge that a product is FDA compliant is key in allowing a customer to feel at ease when placing an order. So go be sure to check them out at techweld.com, TEKWELD.com. promocorner.com. You won't be sorry that you did. Guys, really appreciate it. Josh, thank you for joining us, man. It was a really great episode and really enjoyed it, man. Thank you.
I had a blast. This was great.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Yep. See you.
All right.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Promo Corner's Industry Insider. For more great content from industry thought leaders, including podcasts, blogs, and videos, visit promocorner.com.